Sprawl, news about the war. On the front lines, our homegrown heroes are holding toe-to-toe against the pungent Petradians. But back in the barracks, folks from home and away are signing up to do their part. You might even find the odd Petradian joining our ranks to fight against their own. Go get 'em, soldier. And get 'em once for me. Talk to your local Godshed operator about how you can join the Sprawl Army today. Join the Sprawl Army today.
Any questions?
Did you see my dad? He was there. He looked okay.
No, I meant questions about the new drafting procedure. It was in the weekly update video.
You mean the propaganda video?
You know what propaganda is?
I didn't until I watched that video.
Listen, people are going to come up asking about joining the army. It's your job to decide if they're a good fit, especially considering who else is coming to enlist that day.
I thought my job was to decide who to let pass the gate.
That's also your job. This is wartime. You have to do two things now.
I wish my dad was here. He'd show me how to get out of doing two things.
Up until now, we've tolerated a 2-star average with you, Guardsman. Not anymore. We are dancing on a knife's edge here, so now you have to maintain a 2.5-star average, or it's game over. Oh, and if you don't draft the right people, we could lose the war. Also game over.
Wait, figuratively or literally?
Both.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna go.
You're just gonna leave after dropping something that heavy on me?
Fine, I'll stay. We can tutorial some more.
Actually, I'm starting to see the appeal of your first plan.
I thought you might. Goodbye, Lil.
Goodbye, Mike. Level 8. Hello everyone, welcome back to Lil Guardsman, and it's wartime now. The Royal Writ. After a month of the siege, the Sprawl's resources, namely its food stores, have reached a new dangerous low. If a guard discovers any means to improve our dwindling food supply, you are to contact either myself or Striker. Failure to contact leadership will be reflected in your star ranking. Related. Any individuals or groups coming from outside the Sprawl who will burden our meager food supply are to be carefully vetted. Like with the item 1, the decision to admit anyone who fits this description should be run by either Ash or me. Best of luck to those becoming responsible for drafting individuals for service on the front lines. Remember, there's always more than meets the eye, and although it may seem like sending more people to the fray is the right idea, that is not always the case. Hey guardos, I'm breaking in a new assistant down here in the dungeon. Go easy on him if you get him when you call. Thank you everyone. Wait, we have only one use of time machine. So one goes here, one goes here, one goes here, one here. And I still have 3 left and one over half broken, I guess. So I suppose that I will add one here. I will add one of this kind here and then one more for X-ray and maybe one more for decoder ring. Let's go.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the place where a fella could sign up to join that war that's going on?
It is. Why? Do you know someone who's looking to sign up?
Sure do, ma'am. His name is Elmer John, and you're looking at him. I'm talking about me, ma'am.
You don't look like a person who would want to go to war.
Yeah, I got that.
And so, what do we start with? Let's talk first, bro.
Now what's a guy like you doing wanting to fight in a war like this?
I fight for one thing and one thing only. My one and only love, Glory Ann.
I don't even know what to say. What connection does it have to the war? Let's tease him.
Glory and what?
Glory Ann Smith.
That's 2 things.
What is?
Glory and Smith. And technically one's a person.
And I love that person.
How does Smith feel about this?
I'm not quite sure. I think I'm lost. But Glory Ann loves me too. At least I thought she did.
Okay, I'm confused. Let's use Truth Spread You. Let's take this one. Oh, it's first time.
I can't believe Glory Ann would do me wrong like she done me, and be caught in the arms of another man. I guess I could have talked to her about it, but the minute I saw her and that lug Bosco together, I jumped to the first conclusion in my head and left town to do the first thing I thought of doing. Was this the right thing to do? Yes, it's Glory Ann that did the wrong thing.
Didn't help me much with my decision. I think that I will deny you. Oh, draft and deny.
I don't think I can, in good conscience, send you to the front, Elmer. Go home, find Glory Ann, and talk to her.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I was making one of those, hasty decisions I always make. I'll go home and see my Glory Ann, who I caught in the arms of another man, and I'll make the biggest apology banner anybody ever saw.
What's an apology banner?
It's the easiest way to say you're sorry. So long, ma'am. You take care now. Glory Ann, I'm a-comin'.
Ah, it's you again. I remember you, the miserable wretch who saw to me the last time I came to this repulsive, simmering carbuncle of a city.
So it didn't say if I did the right thing or wrong thing, so I have no idea if it was fine or not.
I remember you too. You're that unpleasant, obnoxious Ebenezer Scrooge knockoff.
Yes, we have met.
And what do you want here?
It is my intention to go straight to the bank of the Sprawl and have my substantial monies removed from this sinking barge of a city before the banks are overrun, or worse, sacked. Mr. Dunn just needs to hear my confirmation number, and I will have my fortune sheltered in a more rich people-friendly nation.
I suppose that I can trust him on that, but I don't like him, so let's tease him.
You really think the people of the Sprawl are dumb enough to sink their own bank?
Lil, that wasn't a very wise thing to say, to be honest.
Inevitably, people flock to BS at the first real sign of danger.
Exactly, that's what people do. Aha, let's x-ray him. He has something.
Not that it is any of your business in the slightest, but that photo was taken of me and Whelp in happier times.
That just looks wrong. Where is he?
Where is he now?
That rotten court jester / dungeon keeper had the audacity to offer that useless goblin a job. Now he's gone. Whelp, so beautifully useless.
Gosh, I don't know, let's call Striker. I don't know what to do really.
His money could really help the city's defenses. Between building materials and repairing the damage this war is causing, we are hemorrhaging money at this point. If there was only a way to talk him out of it, there must be a way to pull at his heartstrings, if he has any.
Oh, wait, no, I have all 5. I just had 1 in the beginning. Alright, let's rewind then. I have a better idea what to do with him.
Ah, it's you again.
I remember.
Yes, we have.
So first, talk.
It is my intention to Mr. Dunn.
I will trust you on
You
that.
think the bank will be sacked?
Most likely, BS will fall in one great lump. Perhaps enough people will continue to buy into BS, but as far as I'm concerned, the people here were up to their necks in BS anyway.
We're still talking about the bank, right?
Next is X-ray.
Not that it is any of your business in the slightest.
And now we confiscate it.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to. Yoink.
No, please don't. This is my most prized possession. What would you have me do to keep it? I'll do anything.
Give your money.
Okay, don't take all your money from the bank. Allow BS to invest in ways that protect the city.
Oh, Whelp, if I could only speak with him again, I could leave all this money behind me if it would get me back my Whelp. But without him, forget it.
Me? Oh, yes, that's right. Let's call Malcolm.
This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great?
Just read the cards!
Oh, okay. This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great. May I take a message?
Wait, who is this?
Who is this?
Lil.
Oh, Lil! It's me, Whelp!
I thought so. Listen, there's someone here I think would like to speak with you. Go ahead.
Whelp, is it really you?
It is, Your Grace.
Whelp, I never thought I'd see you again.
Well, we are on the phone.
How are you? Have you been treated poorly?
No one ever treated me as poorly as you, sir.
I miss you, Whelp.
I miss you too, sir.
Come, run away with me. We can leave this war behind us and start again with all of my money.
Not all of your money.
Sir, I never cared a jot for your money. I only wanted to be with you.
Oh, Whelp, my heart sings. No matter what happens to me now, I will dedicate my remaining life to you.
What about your remaining money?
I'll donate it to the poor. Just kidding, but I won't take it away with me today.
Good enough. Get in there and reunite with your friend.
That wasn't easy. True love conquers soul. Way to go, Cupid.
Where is he? Where's that meek little slunk of a man?
Who are you talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did a hopelessly heartbroken fella by the name of Elmer John come by this way? Spouting a crazy notion, like running off and joining the army?
Oh yes, he did.
As a matter of fact, he did.
Oh, Elmer John, what have you done? Tell me, did you allow that fool to throw his life away over nothing?
No.
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you or not.
I have to know if you sent him off to war, because if you didn't send him, then I'd like you to send me, to get as far away from that fool as possible.
That's an interesting twist. Let's talk first.
I take it you're Glory Ann.
That's me, Glory Ann.
The same Glory Ann that was caught in the arms of another man?
It's not what it looked like. And if Elmer John had stuck around for more than a second, I could have explained that to him.
Well, tell me more.
So what? You're sick of these lunk-headed men getting all hot and bothered and making hasty decisions over something that could have been settled by a rational conversation?
Exactly.
She didn't help me much, but Ada said now that she wants to join the war, and she might be the better person to join the war than Elmer. But let's try with truth spray.
It all started when that big loud Bosco from 2 houses over came round like he always does to try to court me again. I explained to him that Elmer John had asked for my hand and that I had said yes. And then Bosco explodes and says he's gonna smash Elmer's head like a jug. So I lunged at Bosco to hold him back. The big brute.
And you were successful at that.
That's what Elmer saw. And the next thing I know, he's crying about going off to war.
Okay, I would say that I need to deny you, because I think that you just need to stay with Elmer.
Now, I'm not doing this because I drafted Elmer John and I'm trying to keep you apart.
I understand.
And I'm not doing this because I didn't draft him and I want you two to be together.
Understood.
I'm doing this because I don't think you fully thought this through. I'm denying your recruitment into the army.
I guess I was acting a little hot under the collar there for a minute. I should go home and talk things over with Elmer and wait. Now will you tell me? What happened to him? Did he get drafted into the war?
I didn't send him to the front. I think you'll find he'll be waiting for you when you get home. Big ol' apology banner and all.
Thank goodness.
Hello again.
Oh, hello, Lil. Isn't it an absolutely beautiful day? Sun shining, birds chirping. Why, a gobbo could almost sing about it.
Are you Gary or the other one? Hey!
Nice to see you again.
You too.
Don't remember your name though. Let's talk first.
I'm just coming from a conference of GLA members from different nations looking to help each other out.
The GLA sounds like it's thriving.
It sure is. We made some major inroads with a sympathetic group of Petrardian miners. They've offered to dig tunnels that will bring food to the Sprawl without anyone knowing.
This is good, I suppose.
I hope we can get these plans to Queen Desdemona for her stamp of approval. Then we can get things underway.
Why would I want to confiscate it?
You should take these to the Queen.
I'm on my way there now.
Let's try Ash, even though she doesn't like goblins.
Tunnel plans to increase our dwindling food supplies? Let him in post-haste. Let him in. The city's best and brightest will go over the map and construction will begin in no time. We have food! We have food! Well done, child.
Okay, wonderful. You're in.
Lil, it is always a pleasure.
Julian, I hope you have a fantastic day.
Gary and Julian, and this one was Julian.
Do you really mean that?
Yes.
I sincerely do. Keep up the great work, friend.
Thanks, Lil. You're one of the good ones.
4 stars. The tunnel plans are underway. Soon there will be more food for the people of the Sprawl. Well done.
Hey, Lil. listen, I wanted to say I know things must be tough for you with Hamish out on the front lines and...
Thanks.
Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it, Cecil. I'm doing all right.
That's good to hear. If you ever need someone to talk to, you know where to find me.
I'm actually not sure I do know where to find you.
Oh, well, normally it would be at the barracks, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be running security for Her Majesty Queen Desdemona. After you finish your shift, Her Majesty and the Royal Consort have asked to see you.
Why?
Why does Her Majesty want to see me?
She's meeting with some high-ranking member of the Mages Guild to discuss battle strategy. To be honest, the guild hasn't been very supportive of how Her Majesty has handled things. She was looking for a bit of backup and wanted you specifically.
Oh, that's great.
Well, she can count on me. I hope.
I hope so too. The fate of the Sprawl may rest in your hands.
It always does, Cecil. I'll see you after my shift.
Great. Thanks, Lil. And if you write your dad, tell him we all wish him well.
Will do.
I will. I know he'd love to hear it. See you later, Cecil.
Bye. A familiar group of black-clad folk approach the shed, weeping and mourning. What are you doing here again?
You must help us, child.
Don't remember seeing you first time.
We have been left without shelter. It's awful.
Scarborough has fallen.
I suppose let's talk first.
The Duchy of Scarborough has been under constant siege for the majority of the war.
Those bastards!
Quite. We finally had to flee. We couldn't stand it any longer. We've been without food for days. Yes, everyone is rather hungry.
I think I will need to bring that up to either Ash or Striker. I trust you.
I'm so sorry to hear that you've had to flee your home. I can't imagine how hard that must have been.
Thank you, child. I'm a duchess without a duchy.
We have rather a lot of refugees that need your help and your food desperately.
Ash or Striker? Striker.
I spent a summer growing up in Scarborough. What happened there is a crying shame. While our food supplies remain dangerously low, with the tunnel operation unlocked thanks to you, we should just be able to feed everyone, including these refugees. You may let them in.
That's wonderful.
However, with groups like this, you have to make sure criminals aren't infiltrating the Sprawl, hiding in plain sight.
Okay.
If things were different, we'd give you time to interview them individually. But things aren't different. So do your best, and don't mess up.
Well, I haven't seen this one. I just don't remember him, so... I have one X-ray left, so let's try that. Ah, there is something.
What you got there?
This? Oh, it's just a letter. From me aunt.
Mind if I read that? Let's see. La la la, late at night while no one is awake. Blah blah blah. Lower the drawbridge and we will invade. Ba ba ba. Long live Prince Phineas? Care to explain?
All right, I did it. I lowered the bridge and let those...
Bastards?
Right, those bastards. I let them in. It was me.
He begins to sob.
Oh, you sneak.
You are hereby banished from the court of Scarborough.
Prince Phineas was right. Soon the entire Sprawl will fall to the might of the kingdom of Petrard. Oh, go away.
Bye.
Well spotted, Guardian.
Listen, I'm just doing my job.
And that's how you x-ray your way to success.
Excellent line, milady.
But that was... Oh, never mind. Even with that settled, I'm still not sure what to do with these people.
Let them in. Striker told to let them in.
Bless you, dear child.
Yes, thanks awfully. As I said, we are incredibly hungry.
There should be enough food for your people. We have a new plan to bring more into the Sprawl.
Regardless, you are a hero in the history of Scarborough. If our lands are ever restored to us.
Yahoo! You did the right thing in a previous turn. You unmasked a traitor, and you were kind to refugees. 4-star.
Where do I enlist?
And you're the last one.
You're there. Here.
Then what are you waiting for? Sign me up already. The name is Bosco.
Oh!
I heard that lily-livered runt Elmer John came by this way, and I want to catch up with him so I can smash his head like a jug.
Let's talk first.
You're just the kind of guy we're looking for, but I'll need more than just a first name to sign you up.
Houlihan.
Okay, Bosco Houlihan. And last thing, why do you want to smash Elmer's head like a jug?
Because he's a fool.
I trust you on that.
I trust it's common practice to go around smashing people's heads like jugs where you're from.
Only if they're dumb enough to run away from a quality dame like Glory Ann.
Let's try maybe metal detect on him.
What's that?
This is so sweet.
A picture of me.
Nice photo.
I know, right?
But the frame's awful. I hate it.
Then why carry it around?
I was going to give it to Glory Ann, but she said no. Do you want it?
Oh,
Yes, Lil.
Okay.
Let's take
the picture
it.
looks bumpy, like someone wrote something on the back of it. What does it say?
Nothing. I don't remember.
Can I decode it?
Let me see that picture of you.
Okay. Watch out. The frame is broken.
In war, lonely Elmer is a bust. Win Glory Ann or Bosco alone. Just the guys would do it too. What the heck does that mean?
That Bosco is the right person to send to the war?
Looks like somebody tried to write an emotional poem on the back of that picture of me. They're definitely not trying to hint at anything or anything. What a loser, whoever they are.
Alrighty. I'm drafting you. Good luck there.
Listen, Buster, we need you.
My name is Bosco,
I know.
but...
Listen, Bosco, we need you.
Okay, good. Look out, Elmer John. I'm coming to smash your head like a jug.
Yeah, go get him, if he's there. Honestly, I forget what I did with him.
I did great today. Wonderful. Wonderful job, Lil. I need to go to the war room. Doesn't sound too good.
Which is exactly why we must start using them immediately.
Oh, yeah, here again. I wonder, what would happen if I denied his entry?
The risk is too great.
We need more time to study the long-term repercussions.
A luxury we can ill afford.
Unless I'm confusing him with someone. He's, the necromancer.
Your Majesty, Lil has arrived.
Thank you, Cecil. Lil, thank goodness you're here. I've got a problem.
You have an opportunity, Your Highness.
You know Tyronius Athanatos, I believe.
Yes, I know.
I've had the pleasure, I guess.
Yes, I remember this little guardsman.
And Dr. B. Have you met Dr. Beatrix von Matterhorn, Lil?
Of course.
I have. She works at the hole in the ground by the edge of town.
Yes, I mean, it's an archaeological dig site, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, she's the one who gave me the chronometer 3000 on my first day.
Ah, so she does have access to power crystal technology. I might have known.
Wait, Lil has had access to power crystal technology this whole time? Maybe it's not as dangerous as we imagined. She seems fine.
We don't know that. It's still too early.
How long can we wait? How many brave soldiers of the Sprawl must give their lives before we use the tools we have available?
Let me fill you in on what's going on here. The Mages Guild feels that if they had access to power crystals, they could hold back the enemy and maybe even win the war outright.
But I so don't trust him.
Okay, so why don't they go buy some? I know a guy in an alley. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. It's starting to sound weird.
They want all the crystals. Access to every dig site and existing stockpile in order to amplify their power.
The good doctor could simply give us the blueprints. Or better yet, the working model the child has in her possession. This would allow our research to flourish in no time.
Dr. Beatrix feels that there are too many unknown variables to use it safely on a larger scale.
The Mages Guild is and always has been reckless. There's no way I'm handing my research over to you, not until I see the full effects on my human test guinea pig here.
Yeah. Wait, what?
We both knew what this was.
Well, Lil, you've been using power crystals at the guard shed. What do you think? Are they too dangerous?
I don't know.
I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm 12.
Thank you for your counsel. I always appreciate having multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions. I have made up my mind. Dr. B will continue to oversee Lil's progress with the Chronometer 3000, and it will stay out of the hands of the Mages Guild until we can be certain that it is safe to use in this war.
Then at least allow the guild access to the Crystal Reserve for the sake of the Sprawl's future.
For the time being, the reserve shall remain under my control.
For the time being.
My decision is final, Tyronius. You will find that I am not as easily swayed by you as my father was.
He might hypnotize you. There is Fireball Canyon, Kaladza, and of course Petrard, Marvak, and the Sprawl smacked up in the middle. Hey Cecil.
Hey, you spoke well today, Lil.
Thanks.
One more message for you today. I was instructed to tell you to head over to Malcolm's to meet the advisors. Good luck.
Oh, great. Why didn't you say anything today?
I'm just here to support my lady love. This choice has been eating her up inside. It's an important decision, and I want to do anything I can to help.
I think she made a good choice. With you, I mean.
Thanks for your insight, Lil. I'm sorry to keep putting you in this position.
No problem at all. What is that thing over there? Hi, Tervonius.
Why the princess listens to you, I will never understand.
Me neither.
It's like you're the only two people in the Dead Mums Club. My mother's terrible. That should count for something. Hopefully your words will not sway Desdemona on future matters.
Dr. B?
I'm glad calmer heads prevailed. At least for now.
This looks just like the machine at the dig site. Wonder if it's got any good names on it. And we are down here. Alright, bye everyone. Bye Cecil. And I need to see Malcolm.
What I don't understand is why would they have summoned her to a meeting without us there? Where's the fun in that?
Without at least one of us there.
And we all know it should have been me.
You really believe that, don't you?
When it comes down to the serious, important things that affect this kingdom, I think they'd rather take advice from the strategic mind of a ranking military officer, rather than the 2 cents of a goofy, hopped-up lunatic with questionable taste in fashion, or a lousy court jester.
Ouch! We were both in the firing line on that one.
Well, all that being said, you still weren't asked to join said quorum, but she was.
And she is here.
What?
She is here. She's here. She's here. Lil is here. I really have to work on my subtlety.
Ah, Lil, you're here. We heard you got summoned to talk to the Queen and her new choice of partner for some kind of special quorum.
How was it? Was it boring? What kind of boring things did they talk about while you were there? Tell us.
To be honest, I don't know. Should I tell them? I think it will be more fun if I tell them.
Well, you guys are the royal advisors. I think it's probably okay to loop you in.
Go ahead, soldier.
Well, that mage guy Tyronius was there trying to convince the queen to use my Chronometer 3000 to help win the war.
Wait, your what?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Anyways, Dr. B was there.
Snore.
Dr. B was there and she thought it was too dangerous to use, and I said I didn't know, and then the queen said she'd think about it. That's it.
Thank you for that briefing, soldier. This could impact our military strategy immensely.
Not to mention the implications for my spies.
You have spies?
And I'm Malcolm.
I love you.
Can I go now?
You're dismissed.
Didn't ever say goodbye. Let's go to Garber's shop first. If that makes sense. To be honest, I'm not too sure. It's raining again. Hello, Garby. How you doing?
Welcome to Garby's Emporium of Wonder. Lil, about time you showed up. I've had every mage in town come by the shop today trying to buy up all the power crystals.
Oh, you did a great job not selling them.
Really? You mean you don't have any left?
I wouldn't have if I didn't hide a few away for my best customer.
Oh, so you sold some.
I'm your only customer.
You were my only customer, but now that I cornered the mage market, I don't know if I'll be able to keep these crystals in stock.
Where do you get them anyway?
Well, the good ones anyway. The mages didn't seem to have too much interest in the cheapo ones. Hey, by the way, before you get to shopping, this blowtorch you sold me with Fosse carved onto it?
Yes?
I've had the hardest time selling it. Maybe you'll want it back. Might come in handy. And I'll sell it to you for just 4 gold.
Awesome, thank you. I can sell this stuff. I don't need that anymore. Let's buy... I guess let's buy 2 crystals. That probably would be the best choice. And maybe one of these. So that part of the area is not open. Bye, Garby.
Lil, how goes the Battle of the Southern Gate?
Same old. How are things around here holding up?
Great. Business is better than ever. Something about war and the idea of impending doom really gets people out to the bar.
That's good?
You bet it is. If this keeps up, we'll finally be able to get this place up to code.
Then we can get rid of the rats.
We don't have rats. I mean, we do, but technically they have us.
Turns out they own the building and we just rent from them.
But if we make enough money, we can buy out from under them. As far as landlords go, they aren't the worst.
I could do without all the hissing.
Hey, that reminds me. Lil, you got a letter in the mail.
How did that Never mind. A letter? From who?
From Hamish.
A letter from Dad? Gimme!
Hey, Sweet Pea, how's everything back home? I'm doing okay here. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys. Then when they don't come back from battle, I get the chance to get to know a few more. I miss you. I know you might be scared right now, but don't be. It'll take tougher stuff than this little war to do in your old dad. Please let me know that you're all right. Or even if you're not. I need to hear how you're doing. I love you, Lil. Dad.
Love you too, Dad. But what should I write back to him? If I tell him things are tough here, he might worry and get distracted in battle. But if I tell him I'm doing well, he might feel like I don't need him and then get distracted in battle. He's easily distracted. Oh boy, neither answer seems right.
Are you talking to me?
No.
Honest. Oh, I thought that we were talking to Arta. Lil will write a letter that expresses her honest feelings about how difficult things are for her. Are you sure? Yes, because it's not too difficult.
There. That should do it. Hey, Arta, mind making sure this gets to where it needs to go?
Sure thing, Lil.
Anyone here? What are you doing here?
Well, if it isn't my old pal Lil.
Oh, so now you remember me.
Always did, kiddo. Just had to play it cool while at my legitimate place of business. My former legitimate place of business, that is.
Oh no, what happened?
Tough to say, kid. Could have been any number of things. Change in management, downsizing on account of the war.
It was probably the illegal gambling operation you were running out of the concession stand.
Tough to say, kid. Regardless, I'm here on official bookie business. I've come to collect a debt from Hamish.
Well, tough luck.
Sounds about right. How much does he owe you?
30 gold, and I've got the marker to prove it.
Sorry, I don't have that kind of money on me. Either come back tomorrow and I'll see if I have the money, or wait for Hamish to come back from the war.
Both those options sound lousy. Tell you what, let's forget the debt altogether. But tell Hamish I ain't taking any more of his markers. See you around.
That was easy, bye. How you doing, Lamon?
Shh, Lil, I'm being discreet. Isla bet me 5 gold that I couldn't steal a bottle of fizzy when Arta's distracted.
How are you planning to do that?
I figure if I wait long enough, one of the rats will bite her and she'll freak out and maybe run around a bit.
Solid plan.
Alright, I guess it's time for us to go to bed then.
I think I've done everything I need to do, but are you sure you're ready to hit the hay?
Yes, Lil. Grumpkin T. Dankworth and Whelp reunited with his darling Whelp. Grumpkin T. Dankworth was a changed man. Together they two traveled through Kaladar, sailed Lake Inez, and even summited in Fireball Canyon. He laughed as he had never laughed in all his days, and their nights were filled with food and wine and music and love. They ran holding hands through fields of flowers. In one such sprint, Grumpkin clutched at his chest, his heart had overflowed. More accurately, he suffered a massive heart attack. Try as he might to revive his former master and now true love, Whelp was unable to resuscitate the old man. A simple funeral was held, and the widower, Whelp, counted himself lucky to have ever had such a love as this. As for his substantial riches, they were held by Mr. Dunk, head of BS, until such time as Mr. Dankworth's will was read. The old man had donated the entirety of his fortune to the GLA. A small flower garden was built in his honor outside of their headquarters. Julian. Thanks to his timely arrival back in the Sprawl, Julian was able to prepare a lavish birthday party for his best friend Gary. Every goblin, troll, halfling, cyclops, and mole person who was anyone was there. It was a bright spot in what had otherwise been a dark few months for the Sprawl. As a birthday present, Julian gave Gary a pure, unrefined power crystal that he received from the visiting miners. The glint of its unearthly glow reflected in Gary's eyes as he inserted the power crystal into his practice sword. He thanked Julian profusely for this most precious present. It never left his side from that day on. The next day, Julian presented the plans he was carrying to the city council. These plans detailed an extensive tunnel system to be dug underneath the walls of the Sprawl, which would allow food to be secretly and safely moved into the Sprawl right under the enemy's snows. After a short period of deliberation, the council realized just how hungry they all were and unanimously approved the plan. Someone will be arriving to start digging the tunnel system soon, but it's all on the up and pretty hush-hush. Duchy of Scarborough. With their new plans for bringing food into the city, working their way through the bureaucracy of the Sprawl, there were enough rations for the refugees from Scarborough to eat, and the space was made for them at the refugee camp springing up down at the docks. The Duchess was not impressed by her new surroundings, but to be honest, she's a very difficult person to please. Swift justice was visited upon the traitor who lowered the drawbridge of Castle Scarborough in the middle of the night, allowing the enemy to enter and take control of the duchy. The villain was hanged in the town square. Brutal? Certainly, but this is war and it's better to be safe than sorry. Plus, it made for a fine day's entertainment, as there are no video games in the Sprawl to keep people amused. Do I have to do it? Battle. What if I lose? I don't want to lose. What do I do? Sprawl victorious. The garrison stationed at the Sprawl secret prison food depot successfully repelled the invading Petradian forces. The Sprawl's reserve food stores are safe from the enemy's greedy hands and empty stomachs. Bosco's repressed feelings and lifetime of compensating at the gym led him to fight impressively on the battlefield, inspiring all around him. Elmer John went home and talked things over with Glory Ann. They called the engagement back on and got married soon after. Level 9.
Leading to the highest levels of brutality ever recorded, with the pointless bloodshed sure to scar the psyche of all those involved for years to come. Haunting words from one of the survivors of last night's charity bake sale at the Garden District's Haven for the Elderly. And now, news from the war. The battle for the Western Food Reserve Grotto was successful. That is the only detail I have to report. And now, more exclusive audio from what has been dubbed the Goodies for Geezers Bake Sale Massacre.
It's my banana bread. What was that? Speak up. I wish my grandson was here.
Alrighty, and I will continue next time. For now, thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a nice day, night, morning. Bye bye.